The sun dipped low over Palm Grove Galleria, a gleaming cathedral of luxury in the heart of coastal Florida. Its glass towers caught the fading light, casting a golden glow across marble plazas where sleek cars purred and palm trees swayed. Amid this opulence stood Clara Evans, a 52-year-old black woman whose quiet strength seemed to challenge the polished world around her. Her faded blue blouse and well-worn slacks stood out against the parade of designer labels, her graying curls tied loosely in a scarf. Clara's warm brown eyes held a spark of resilience, unshaken by the curious glances that followed her. She waited for her husband, Marcus Holt, who was navigating their modest sedan through the parking garage's sea of luxury SUVs. Clara was no stranger to scrutiny. Raised in the struggling neighborhoods of East Side, she'd built a life of purpose, running a nonprofit that sent kids from forgotten corners to college. Marcus, the billionaire founder of SolVantage, a solar energy empire, was her partner in every sincere man whose vision for a greener world had first drawn her to him 15 years ago in a bustling diner. They'd come to the Galleria to find a gift for Marcus's mother, a woman whose kindness had welcomed Clara like family. Clara wanted a lavender shawl, something elegant yet simple, chosen with her own hands. As she stood by the plaza's fountain, the air thick with jasmine and wealth, two women emerged from the crowd. Vivian Carver, her auburn hair gleaming, and Laurel Tate, draped in a sapphire dress, strutted forward, their laughter sharp as glass. Their eyes locked onto Clara, recognition flashing with a cruel edge. "Clara Evans, from East Side High?" Vivian called, her voice loud enough to turn heads. "Still dressing like you're from the wrong side of town?" Clara's chest tightened, but her face remained calm. She knew these women, high school tormentors whose wealth had made her a target. "It's been years," she said evenly, offering a faint smile. Vivian stepped closer, her gaze raking Clara's outfit. "Trying to blend in? That blouse is a disgrace." Laurel laughed, tossing her hair. "What's she doing here? Hoping to pass as someone who belongs." Passers-by slowed, whispering, drawn to the spectacle. Clara's fingers grazed her canvas tote, its frayed edges a badge of her values. "I'm just shopping," she said, her voice steady. "What's wrong with that?" Vivian's smirk widened. "Everything. You're still the nobody from East Side, pretending you're more." Laurel leaned in, her perfume sharp. "Those slacks. An insult to this zip code. Crawl back to where you came from." She flicked her wrist, knocking Clara's tote, spilling a notebook and pen onto the marble. The crowd's murmurs grew, but Clara knelt, gathering her things with dignity. "You don't know me," she said, rising, her eyes locking onto Laurel's. "And you don't decide where I belong." Vivian laughed, but a frail voice cut through. "Leave her be. She's worth more than both of you." An elderly woman, Esther Morrow, sat on a nearby bench, her cane trembling as she gripped it. Clara had helped her cross the street earlier, sharing water and stories of teaching kids in tough neighborhoods. Esther's eyes blazed with defiance. Vivian's smirk faltered, but she recovered. "Keep dreaming, Clara. You'll never fit here." Clara took a breath, the sea breeze cooling her skin. She turned to Esther. "You okay if I head inside?" Esther nodded. "Go, dear. Don't let them dull your shine." Clara walked toward the Galleria's glass doors, Vivian and Laurel's laughter echoing behind. But her steps were firm, her heart a drum of resolve. Inside, the Galleria glowed with chandeliers and the scent of orchids. Clara moved through boutiques, her sneakers soft on polished floors. Memories of East Side flooded back her mother, a cleaner, stitching dreams into every worn dress, teaching her that worth came from within. High school had been a battleground, Vivian and Laurel's taunts branding her charity case. Yet Clara had risen, her nonprofit a testament to her strength. Marcus had seen that strength, their love forged over late-night talks about justice and progress. At a boutique, Clara found the perfect lavender shawl, its folds shimmering like dusk. She reached for it, peace settling in, until Vivian's voice sliced through. "Clara, playing dress-up?" She swept in, Laurel at her side. "Think you can afford that? Or are you planning to slip it into your bag?" Shoppers turned, some giggling. Laurel sneered. "That blouse is a crime. Get out before you ruin this place." She shoved Clara's tote again, scattering its contents. Clara's heart pounded, but she stood tall. "I'm buying a gift," she said, her voice a quiet blade. That's all. Vivian hissed. You don't belong here, charity case. Before Clara could respond, a deep voice boomed. Who dares talk to my wife like that? Marcus Holt strode in, his navy suit sharp, his eyes blazing. The crowd parted, recognizing the billionaire whose name graced headlines. Vivian and Laurel froze, their faces paling. Marcus crossed to Clara, his hand gentle on her shoulder. You okay? He asked, concern softening his voice. Clara nodded, a faint smile curving her lips. It's nothing. Marcus turned to the women, his gaze cold. You call my wife a nobody? She's built schools and places you'd never step foot in, brought light to communities you ignore. What have you done but flaunt your privilege? Vivian stammered. We were joking. Her voice crumbled under Marcus's stare. Laurel clutched her bag, silent. Marcus's hand tightened on Clara's shoulder. Pick the shawl? He asked, as if the world had faded. Clara gestured to the lavender fabric. This one. The clerk, wide-eyed, wrapped it quickly. Marcus paid, his eyes never leaving Clara, pride burning in them. They left the boutique, Vivian and Laurel shrinking into the crowd, their arrogance shattered. Outside, the night wrapped Palm Grove in velvet, the plaza alive with music and laughter. Clara and Marcus returned to Esther, still on her bench, now joined by her son, Daniel, a doctor at a local clinic. Esther's eyes lit up. My angel, she called, waving Clara over. Daniel shook their hands. Mom told me how you helped her. You're one of the good ones. Clara's cheeks warmed. It was nothing. Esther squeezed her hand. It's everything. You stopped when others rushed by. Daniel recognized Marcus. SoulVantage's founder? Marcus nodded. Today, I'm just Clara's husband. He glanced at her, love flickering in his eyes. Learning Daniel's clinic served East Side. Marcus offered. Clara's nonprofit supports places like yours. We'll provide funding, equipment, whatever you need. Daniel's eyes widened. That'll save lives. From a distance, Clara glimpsed Vivian and Laurel by the fountain, their bravado gone. She felt no anger, only hope they'd seen something beyond their prejudice. She turned to Esther. I'll visit your clinic soon. Esther's smile was radiant. Keep shining, dear. Clara and Marcus drove home to their cozy condo, far from the Galleria's excess. In their lamplit dining room, Clara spread the shawl across the table, its lavender folds glowing. Marcus stood behind her, arms around her waist. Mom will love it, he murmured. Clara turned, meeting his gaze. It's not just the shawl. It's us. They wrapped the gift together, their hands brushing, a quiet vow needing no audience. Clara's heart, forged in hardship, felt full not from the Galleria's dazzle, but from love and purpose. She'd faced cruelty and risen above, her kindness a light no scorn could dim. As Miami's lights blurred past their window, Clara knew this was her triumphal life built on what truly mattered. What did Clara's story stir in you? Share your thoughts below, especially on bullying and injustice in everyday life. Have you faced or witnessed such cruelty? Should we confront it head-on or rise above with kindness? Take a stand and let your voice be heard.